Breaking news!
It's morning somewhere in the world. We have two very kinds of different people. I want to get back to Overwatch, man. You don't understand the kind of day I've had where I haven't been able to play Overwatch yet at all. There's fucking Fly in here driving me crazy. Fuck you, Fly.
It always happens. God damn it. We talk about, we make a video, and then like 5 minutes after we finish recording, or while we're recording, it's like, oh, there's something even bigger that you guys can talk about, but you are not going to talk about it because you're not.
Basically, we stopped the recording this morning, right? And then, who leaked it exactly? What happened with it?
Oh, it was. So, Ben Affleck.
It was Ben Affleck himself.
Yeah, Ben Affleck took a video. And I'm guessing he literally took this video this morning since, they're recording in London, so it would be like noonish.
Yeah.
He just recorded this video, put it up on his social networks of Facebook and Twitter, so the world can see that Deathstroke, it's gonna be in the DC Cinematic Universe. Yes!
I like a disclaimer here.
Yes.
I like a disclaimer here that we have seen Slade Wilson before once. He had his own movie. It was kind of crap. It was kind of like that Green Lantern one that no one talks about.
Yeah, but it's not part of the DC thing that's going on right now.
No. I will say we don't really see much. We see him walk down a corridor, look left, look right, eyeball shot from behind the mask. That's about it.
He has a ponytail.
And I guess a ponytail. So we're not seeing much, to be honest. What we do see is his armor and his mask, and both of which look great.
I like how they're not going the whole go dark and gritty and make his suit look like all black and gray. It's like, it has color.
Alright, literally he was walking down a black corridor that was, it looked like a military style corridor. Like, a secret underground bunker kind of deal. It's like, it's pretty dark and gritty looking on its own.
Yeah, but I think he has, the characters that has the color, the orange that Deathstroke is known for.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
So,
by the way, fuck you. I just realized something. We're recording on my phone. This son of a bitch gets to play Pokemon Go.
I'm hatching some eggs.
We're about to be stuck in traffic for the next 10 minutes.
Yes.
Fuck. Yeah, well.
But this is big, because now that you're introducing Deathstroke to this, and because whenever I think Deathstroke, I also think the Teen Titans.
That's because Slade is.
Because but
animated one.
Yeah, but also even in the comics, Deathstroke is like the Joker for the Teen Titans. That is their main antagonist.
Basically.
So if you're introducing him right now in what we believe is probably Justice League, because some outlets are saying that Deathstroke is gonna be the villain in the new Batman movie. Heck, first of all, the movie is barely in the script. It's in the scripting process.
Right.
It's not even. It's nowhere. Fucking.
The Fly is still in here.
The only thing we know is that there's the script and Ben Affleck is directing, and the movie's not gonna come out maybe until 2018, 2019. At the earliest.
Yeah. Also, a question: has Deathstroke ever been has he ever been a Batman villain? I know he's been a Justice League villain. I've seen him in multiple comics being a Justice League villain. I don't think I've ever seen him be a Batman-only villain.
Yeah, that's true.
So it'd be kind of weird to me that people will be saying, "Oh, Deathstroke in the next Batman." It's like,
well, these are Hollywood outlets that are saying this, not really comic book.
Right.
They
recognize
outlets.
Deathstroke, DC, and Batman. That's about it.
Yes.
Occasionally Superman.
Yeah. Well, Superman, Batman, they're on the same level, really.
Yeah.
But I think that this, while it would be kind of cool to see him as the Batman villain, I think it will work pretty well. Kind of diverge a little bit. But I would much rather see Jared Leto be the villain in that movie. His Joker. Since we already see him, we already know who he is. Have him and Harley Quinn.
Somewhat established.
Yeah, he's somewhat established. Now you can make him grow, and you can actually show the character in a much better light than we did in Suicide Squad.
And maybe not cut half of his appearances out.
And in the inverse, you could also have Deathstroke in a Suicide Squad too.
I mean,
or heck, introduce him in Justice League Dark, which doesn't really make sense because that's more superpowers. But even just like Suicide Squad 2 will work really well for Deathstroke because he has been part of the Suicide Squad.
I'm gonna be honest. I saw Deathstroke and I thought that he would be an antagonist in Justice League Dark because he's always been, you know, kind of a Justice League centered villain. Because what's his whole deal? He's got a minor healing factor. The usual rundown of superhuman capabilities. He can think fast, or he can run faster than you.
Captain America's abilities with a tiny dose of Wolverine's regeneration.
He's a master tactician. Like, I think one of the things that they said when introducing him in the first comics was he can see faster than you, which they kind of meant to say like he can process information faster than the average human. Because you know you can't see faster than someone. Everyone kind of sees at the same rate. Unless you're blind, then, you know, sorry, you're kind of shit out of luck. So he's also a master tactician. He's basically the villainous Batman, where he can figure out a way to kind of neutralize anyone, blah blah blah, that kind of stuff. In fact, I don't know what issue or like what arc it was, but I've seen a comic where he basically takes down the entire Justice League on his own because he's able to, you know, individually just kind of like take them down one at a time in a big team fight. So it's like, you know, that's kind of what he's known for.
I mean, some people are saying like, well, why would he put him in the Justice League? Because it would have made more sense. I feel like he will work really well as, you know, a small antagonist in the Justice League movie, like, you know, a small confrontation that Batman has to fight at some point while he's recruiting the Justice League before they fight Darkseid and whatever, or no, Stephen Wolf, which is who they were gonna fight. I think it's gonna be I think they say it's gonna be Stephen Wolf, the villain.
Okay.
In Justice League, you know, the main one.
Yeah.
That puts the group together. So I mean, I feel like having Deathstroke as being a small villain, introduce him to the universe, and then use him later on as, you know, as a recurring character in subsequent movies.
A recurring antagonist. Yeah. Right. That'd be cool. But I mean, like, I keep harping on this one comic, and I'm sorry about it. But like, how do you eliminate the Green Arrow's threat? How would you do it?
Well, there's not a Green Arrow in this movie, so.
Well, I mean, let's say there was. How would you do it? You know, he's based around bow and arrow. Why not just cut all the feathered ends off of his arrows by swinging at his head, and when he ducks, he just all his arrows are worthless. All right, what about Adam? You know, you just shine a laser at him because apparently that fucking works. Let's see. He literally gagged. What's her name? Black Canary? Is that the
Black Canary? Uh huh.
Literally gagged her so that she couldn't scream. Let's see, what else has he done? There's one comic I'm thinking of, but I can't remember it all.
Are you just going through
basically,
the
point is
right
like,
now?
He's able to just. He's a good, like, villain to show that individually they all have weaknesses, which is, you know, it's a very stereotypical thing, you know. Individually we are weak.
Yeah, like explore the weakness of the hero.
So I don't understand why they wouldn't have him as a major character in the first Justice League. I understand there's bigger, badder characters, but when you're first getting your group together, they're going to be perceived as weak. They're going to be weak because they don't understand how the group dynamic works. They're all used to being single, you know, be the hero, go out, do your thing, save people, blah blah blah, that kind of deal. So have someone like Deathstroke, who is a perfect candidate for what I would say, have someone come along that shows them that he can take them down individually. You know, have them go home, lick their wounds, figure out a plan to take him down because he's doing something bigger off somewhere in Europe, and then, you know, go after him and then take him down in the second fight or something like that. Like, it would be a really good way of introducing the team dynamic of the Justice League, because, you know, they don't have the setup of the Avengers. Have it show that, you know, kind of the premise of, you know, it's one league, not Superman and Batman and friends. And then at the same time introduce one of the most missed villains in DC history.
Yeah, I mean, my only problem with this, especially if it's for Justice League, is that we already have a lot of villains. I mean, we're gonna have Stephen Wolf, which is gonna be the big bad.
Right.
We're gonna have possibly I mean, we already got teased the Black Superman. You know, Dark Superman, which
Right.
you know how that is. He's not the nicest guy.
No.
So that's gonna be something to fight. What I mean, I feel like when you have Superman, you have to fight Superman, and you gotta fight Stephen Wolf. Then what's the point of having Deathstroke? Right, like where I think Deathstroke would work better in a smaller movie, smaller in scale, you know, because I think Justice League is a very big scale movie, like smaller, like individual movie, like Batman or Cyborg or The Flash, like, you know, where he could actually shine as a villain. I feel like if you put him in this really big movie, he would be outshined by the other guys.
But I mean, okay, let's say Dark Batman. What kind of threat does he pose to the entirety of the Justice League? Not much. Superman could literally punch a hole in his chest with like one finger.
Yeah.
What about evil Superman? Because that's the thing, right? Still?
Yeah.
Evil Superman? What kind of threat does he pose to the Justice League? Well, I mean, he's basically Superman, but if you just deck everyone out with kryptonite, you're set.
Just get that spear from BBS. If you can just don't throw into the water.
Yeah. Basically.
Damn it, Lois.
But like, I feel like everyone else is like, what I want to get at is I don't want them to fight a god on their first go. Because after that, every other fight scene and every other villain is going to be cheap. Unless they start going on the power creep scale, at which point at the end of the, you know, whatever series they want to do, they're going to be literally fighting just the creator of everything. And then they're going to have to lose because obviously you can't have the creator of everything lose. And that's kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
So start with a small villain, I say small, that still poses a reasonable threat.
Right, huh?
Because if you start with a literal god like Evil Superman or Dark Batman, then you're gonna have some issues later down the road. Okay, Dark Batman's not always a literal god, but he's pretty fucking close because he's Batman. But like, you also at the same time you don't want to, you don't want to call the Justice League in for a bank robbery.
No.
It's like you have to find that good like little, and I feel Deathstroke would be a really good midpoint where they could have a reasonable threat without having it be an overpowered thing that they have to beat by some stupid gimmick. So that's my 2 cents.
I know.
Over the last like 30 minutes.
Even like, you know, if they want to scale back Justice League a little bit and make Deathstroke like the mid boss in the movie, you know, like, you know, the one that kind of helps the Justice League kind of group out, like the one that makes them not be able to be together and then like puts them together.
Right.
Then I think that would be neat.
I don't know, that's kind of what I'm going for.
Itself, yeah.
Like, you know, not like obviously, alright, we're gonna end the movie by having them beat Deathstroke.
Yeah.
But maybe like, you know, work up to whatever the guy was, Stephen Wolf.
Yep.
Like work up to him at the end of the movie. But like, you know, you're gonna have to have an established group dynamic.
Before you can get to him.
Yeah, before you can get to him. Which you're not gonna get by having everyone sit in a room and go, so we're a group of heroes? Yep. We're gonna be friends? Yep. We're gonna fight crime? Yep. We're gonna go for pizza? Yep. End scene. That's not gonna make a great, like, alright, we're a group now kind of moment. Fighting someone minor, but still threatening, Deathstroke, is going to be a better kind of way to get that point across.
Although I will say that I do comment about the villains is that the Avengers, they fought a god, then they went to a robot, and now they're gonna fight the big purple guy in the sky.
Which is arguably another god.
Which is another god. So they went from god to robot to god again.
And that robot was practically a god. Because it wasn't the robot, it was the AI.
That's true. But it's still
and that's the scary thing about AI is you bust the thing that's in, it just uploads itself to another one.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't. I think they missed a lot of opportunities with the whole AI thing with Ultron. So.
I mean, yeah. And also Ultron, I had a huge issue with just how they introduced him in the MCU. I like his comic appearances better, where he's supposed to be a guy that helps, you know, the villains that they've captured and blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden he goes, you know what? Why are the Avengers giving me so much work? They're making villains. They're making problems. Remove the Avengers. Remove the villains. Then he goes evil. I like that one where he's like his AI thinking goes haywire. Not the one where it's like, I am an all-knowing being from inside this staff. Bow to me, AI, and give me a body. Okay, cool, thanks, bye.
Yep.
Like that wasn't. It's
Yeah.
not as satisfying a backstory to Ultron as what they've done
Yeah.
before.
Please, DC, just don't mess up your villains. At least make your villains great. You got Deathstroke. If you screw up Deathstroke, I'm gonna send Deathstroke to kill you.
You wish you could afford Deathstroke. Anyway,
I know. I'll have the biggest weapon of all.
what's that?
Lack of box office returns.
Damn, that's evil. Even I didn't think of that. Anyway, how long are we going? 15?
Yeah,
16 minutes?
Yeah.
You got
Any last comments on Deathstroke being on the DC universe?
Not really. I mean, again, Deathstroke. We said this morning. I would love a Teen Titans like live action movie or just a
Maybe
movie.
this
actually.
would be a nice segue
And
for it.
if they have Deathstroke in that as Slade, that like they had in the animated one, that'd be great. So if this is a way for them to introduce Deathstroke as a villain that the Justice League maybe doesn't have to deal with, but they still worry about, and then just go like, you know what, we can have the Teen Titans go deal with that, and then that's the intro to Teen Titans. That'd be great too. Like,
Yeah,
I'd be
if
completely
they
fine
do
with
that, I'll be sold. And DC, you're the best. I'll bow to you.
I mean,
You're with
they've
this.
done solid movies before. They've just had a few blunders lately. Cause
Yeah.
they've been trying to be Marvel while they're very clearly not.
Yeah.
Is what I want to be.
Yeah, but it's got some great potential, and hopefully they can, deliver with this guy.
Yeah.
But guys, thank
I've
you.
always liked.
Yeah.
I've always liked Deathstroke, partly because he inspired my other favorite character, Deadpool.
Yep.
So, but I mean, you gotta go with the original sometimes. And if again, Deadpool's the anti-hero, Mark with a mouth, blah blah blah. I have bullshit powers, so I can just be funny and kill everyone. That's a great character. Deathstroke is the, you know what? I know what you're gonna do 20 minutes before you even think about it, and I still can kill you. That's also pretty fucking cool.
That's awesome.
So, I don't know. I like Deathstroke, and no matter where he shows up, as long as they do it right, I'll be happy with it. If they fuck it up, they kind of already they did something weird with Jared Leto's Joker, but whatever, we'll see.
Yeah, they got
Okay.
time to remedy it.
Anyway,
Anyways,
that's it.
yeah. Thank you guys for hearing our rambling.
It's
Last
rambling.
minute.
Last
Yeah.
minute.
So
And it's morning somewhere in the world. Bye.
yeah. Bye.